I was just thinking about some work that I think we all heard about, well, people my age heard about 25 years ago, which was archetypes, where basically you started off as a child. A child was a genderless archetype, where there was innocence and so on. Then you became a maiden. And Ashutosh Sinha, who was with us, I hope he's still with us, has seen me at my maiden stage. Then you become the Earth Mother, where you get married and you have kids. But the last stage is where you're politely called the wise woman and slightly impolitely called the crone. And I was just thinking that I've probably adopted a lot of the crone attributes, where chasing people, growling at people, don't talk at the back, be there on time. If you're not there on time, I will punish you, I will tell your mommy, and that kind of thing. So I really apologize for that. And for every cronish bad behavior that I've done, Siddharth, I call you out specifically on that. I hope you remember the wise woman part of it and that my intentions are good. So yes, so now really coming to the vote of thanks. And our young MC said it very well, it does take a village. And there isn't a single one of these people who we could have done this without, and we really have to thank them. So the first is the committee, and every year we have a new committee that comes together. Ruz and Ritu literally brainstormed over 1 hour. They came up with a territory. It was called Harmonious Coexistence. I grabbed hold of Siddharth Chaturvedi and I said, this is what it is. You need to figure it out. Our social media agency has come up with some options. The Power of And is one of those options. And what came out of it as a theme to inspire, I don't think we could have had a better theme. I mean, if you look at all the conferences around the world, I can proudly say ours, the Power of And, is one of the best to really capture the mood and the zeitgeist at the moment. So massive, massive thank you to them. And Siddharth actually got called out on LinkedIn saying that we see things written by AI. The minute we see something written by someone like Siddharth, we know AI didn't do it. So thank you so much. And all the other committee members, they have slogged. They've gone through 104 synopses. They've been harangued by me on a weekly basis for 4 months. They've gone through 3 rounds of evaluation. They've helped pull together the program. They've helped get people together. I think they deserve a huge round of applause. And presiding over it all at all times is the managing committee led by our office bearers. We keep calling on them for a number of things. They keep us sane, they keep us honest, they keep us within budget, and they keep us sensible, and they do a whole lot of work. I mean, specifically, I would call out the office bearers, Nitin Kamath, Parijat Chakravarti, Puneet Avasti, Anila, and Shubhadeep, all of whom have contributed hugely over and above everything else they do for the MRSI towards this conference. So a big round of applause for them. You, of course, are aware of the themes. And these themes, actually, I would like to just call out to you that you don't have to wait till you see the theme next year. By and large, good work is good work. And it's likely to fall into 1 of 4 buckets. The names change, the visuals change, thanks to Deepa's great design. But end of the day, it's about technology, it's about innovation, it's about methodology, and it's about people. So just to recap, that the design is great, but don't wait. If you sat here and had some great idea, don't wait till you have 3 client deadlines and you have to meet our deadline as well, and so you don't manage to put in your synopsis next year. Please carry on and start working. Look forward to. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to specifically call out all of the authors so people can realize how hard work happens and how many people do this hard work. We had 22 finalists. There were 104 synopses. The synopses were written brilliantly, and I would like to tell those of you whose synopses weren't chosen that between the 22nd and probably the 75th, there was a hair's breadth difference. We really don't get bad synopses anymore, and I'm very proud of us as an industry to say that of 104, Probably one got sent as a first draft or something like that. All of them are great, and we really have to be proud of ourselves as an industry that this is the quality of work. Please give the authors and those who wrote the synopsis a round of applause. I'll go through all the authors. I think we also owe a huge round of applause to the panelists. Dr. Saurav Garg, I mean, that was absolutely just taking our industry to a new level. I think many of us didn't realize the possibilities. The fact he came here, the fact he gave us time, I mean, we really have to be very, very grateful for that. Then looking at, eyesight, right? With the crone happening, yeah. Then also we had Karthik Nagarajan, who came on to a room full of researchers and shared so deeply and personally what his journey was, gave us that time. He also had 1,000 things going on and got really, really nagged by me, but big round of applause for him as well. We, of course, had our speaker panel, Ramki, Vishnu, Ashish planned to be there on the 11th. We all know why he couldn't make it, and he came on the 12th in spite of it all. It's not like he didn't have work today either. He made it there, and I think they really covered a brilliant and important topic for us, which is harnessing multiplicities and navigating many Indias. Vidya Sen, who stood up and made us all feel proud that we're now a 3.6 billion US market. Thank you, Vidya. And Vijay Raj was so helpful and so kind. And, this is the first time at our seminar that we've requested somebody to sum up. But I think on the back of that, this is something that we absolutely must do, because if you have an expert and someone of his stature taking what we have all heard and taking it to a level beyond what we had ever thought it would be, I think that was also a fantastic session, and big, big thank you to Vijay Raj for being there. We had, of course, all of our panelists on the panel for Joys and Dilemmas of Insight in the Age of Technology. I think we learned that a panel like that should be given at least 1 hour, 20 minutes, which we will do in the future. But again, big thank you to them. First of all, big thank you to Chandan for very kindly taking on what was probably going to be quite a naughty discussion, and being there for us and being so fair and being so gentlemanly about how he handled that. And all the others who were on stage with him, where there were different points of view, there were probably some frictions, there were probably some debates, sitting on different sides of the fence. And that was such a fantastic session where everyone candidly shared what was on their mind, what was bothering them. And I think we as an industry should be so proud that we don't have to hide, we don't have to talk behind doors. We can be open, we can talk, we can respect each other, and we could agree to differ or work together and work out our differences. So thank you, Dikshit, Sharmila, Siddharth, Soumya, Subhranshu, and Orslando for being panelists on that discussion. And of course, big thank you to Archana. I think that was absolutely a goosebump moment for all of us. There is a lot of talk about inclusion for people who are differently abled. And I think this is something perhaps as an industry we might think is where are the intersections where we can actually start making a difference in so many of those. And I mean, it was really concrete and doable, otherwise it feels like you want to do it in your heart, but you don't have a clue how to do it in your mind. This was saying this is actually how it's been done for years and in such a complex industry. I'd like to thank our partners. It's more than the commercials. I think it's the token of support. It's the fact that you believe in us. It's the fact that you believe this is a place you want to be. And with the support you give us, everything we're trying to do is really important and really based on everything that you've done of us, for you having faith in us. Many of you have come to us repeatedly and supported us repeatedly, and some years haven't been easy. So I would really, really like to thank each and every one of you. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. These two were absolutely the delight. My first Gen Z experience, right? So the first meeting we had set up in the calendar. It said, be there at 10. And they said, yes, we'll be there, accepted. No sight or sound of them at 10. One of them had got on a flight at 8 o'clock in Delhi. And, I was there, sort of full aggressive crone, witch, all those archetypes just, sort of growling and, sort of these kids these days and all of that kind of stuff. And they just walked in and they had gone through all the work that we had done, all the seminars. They knew every row on our event flow. They were able to pick out a couple of errors or things that we hadn't filled in yet. And I would say they were the easiest, it was the least work for me. It was probably just one round that I had, and what they came to the first time is pretty much what they went up to do. So huge round of applause for them. Our partners also, many of them have been with us repeatedly, but our design is because of Alterize. I think how we look is a lot of, we need to give them a big round of thanks. We have Decorative Arts who also supports us in our printing and name tags and so on. The Leela who have been a great host for us. Mondial who has seen that you will get PR coverage for this event, and also that the minute something went on stage, it went on LinkedIn. We also have My Events, which Saurav, our second-year runner-up winner, does for us every year and does it better and better. And he's so patient with us when we just don't get things together. Big, big thank you to Saurav. And our event manager, TTM, who are our regular event managers. And I didn't mention them, but I think we must mention also that we have, every time we come to Delhi, we have to deal with something called Haryana GST, which keeps Nidhi up at night. And we have a fantastic local CA as well. So that, I think we should also thank Maan and Company for the work they do. We had many other volunteers as well. To see that, while there were crowds of people coming in, while there were long queues for lunch, while the bars had to be managed, we had Vrinda who was sitting and helping us with the questions. So this was, Melissa, Praveen, Sunil Kumar, Sunil Saini, Pathak ji. These people are the people who left their work and didn't leave their work. They must have been doing their work as well, but were there for 2 days to take care of everything that had to be done. We also thank Siva, Pallavi, and Varnali, who with next to no notice, I said, I need somebody to help me with the questions. I need you to be able to curate it. I need you to read it out. I think for some reason, there's some echo in sound we need to improve. But big, big thank you. They've sat here. They haven't enjoyed the conference. We've shoved them behind a table, and they've done a fantastic job. Big thank you to all the volunteers. And I would really like to give a big thanks to the team, but before I thank them, I would like to complain bitterly about them. Some of you as managers may have the problem where you have expectations that a particular task should be done at a certain level, and perhaps you have to pull up your team when they're not doing it up to your expectations. My fights with my team is because I expect them to do it to a certain level, and they turn around, smile at me, make puppy dog eyes, ignore me, and put in twice as much effort to make it be even better. I'll say, this is all you have to do. They'll say, no, we're going to take it 10 steps forward, and we're going to make it even better. So Nidhi, Deepa, Sandesh, Sonali, Henrietta, and Patricia. Big, big round of applause. And with that, see you next year. Please come back. Please spread the word. We'd like it to be bigger and better. We would like you, if you aren't a member of MRSI, to think why you should be. Not just because you're going to get a great discount on next year's seminar, which you would, but because with your help, with your inputs, but with your belonging to our community, we can do what we want to do. And I hope you feel that we're going to use your membership fees wisely towards doing better for the industry. So please do become a member if you're not. Please spread the word. Thank you so much.